Hello and welcome to the program Sula's Big Adventures with me, Sula. In this episode, I'm going to be reviewing the Oberwerk 8x42 Sport ED binoculars. Full disclosure, Oberwerk sent me these binoculars and they were expecting a product review. However, they did not ask me to say anything specific or tell me anything that they wanted me to say or they expected me to say. They didn't tell me anything at all, in fact. So everything I say is my own opinion after my own testing of these binoculars. I'll tell it like it is. I'm not afraid to criticize something if I feel it's a bad product. But after testing these binoculars personally, I can safely say that these are high quality premium binoculars. Oberwerk Sport ED 8x42 binoculars have 8 times magnification and 42 millimeter aperture, giving them an exit pupil of 5.25 millimeters, and they have a whopping 8.1 degree field of view, which is enormous. They have 15 millimeters of eye relief and interpupillary distance of 57 to 74 millimeters. These binoculars are fully broadband, multi-coated, dielectric coated, phase coated, waterproof, wide angle, and they have ED or extra low dispersion FK61 glass and super low dispersion FCD 100 glass. They offer excellent brightness, sharpness, and true colors. Ergonomically, they felt good in my hands, and they have a smooth focus wheel, and they were a pleasure to use. They're not too heavy, and so I felt comfortable wearing them around my neck with this neoprene strap that they came with. And they come with this little case to keep them in, and covers for both ends of the binoculars, though I chose not to use the objective covers because they would get in the way if I put the binoculars up to my eyes quickly. The Oberwerk Sport ED 8x42 binoculars are good for both terrestrial use and night sky viewing. I tested them out during the day and they perform very well. There aren't a whole lot of birds to look at this time of year, but Clark's nutcracker just landed in that tree. Looks very nice and crisp, clear image. Very nice. I also have a pair of Nikon Monarch 8x42. These are version 3. I don't know that they're comparable, but they're the same size. I just thought I'd compare. These might be a little cheaper, and they don't look quite as nice as the Oberwerks do. Oh wow, while I was standing here, a whole flock of common redpolls just landed in that bush. Nice, very nice. Wow, I'm pretty impressed. The images look very sharp and clear, and the colors are true. Very nice binoculars. One of the few other birds we get in wintertime, a mountain chickadee, just hopped into that branch. Nice. I like them. They're nice and compact, and the image looks great. Sometimes eagles will fly over in the winter, and there's one now. Nice. Really nice. These would be good for wildlife too, but the only thing I've seen is the mountain cottontail that decided to live in my wood pile. But again, very sharp and clear. Very nice binoculars. Okay, these are light enough that I can hike with them and we can go look for some moose. See what else we can see. Yeah, see a moose in the bushes over there. Pretty neat. Let's go have a closer look. I can see it really well with these binoculars. You don't want to get too close to a moose though. That was really cool. Also, I see an ermine. They're brown in the summer, but in wintertime they turn white, so they mix in with the snow, but I had no problem picking it out with these binoculars. Very, very cool. I took them out at dusk, and they worked well under low light conditions also. There's Venus. It's in its crescent phase. It's beautiful in binoculars. And below it, low on the horizon, just about to set, is Mercury. You can see it naked eye and in binoculars. And I also tried them out at night for some stargazing. I can just make out Venus's crescent shape with these little tiny 8x42 binoculars, and incredibly, there's no chromatic aberration, which is incredible because Venus is the queen of chromatic aberration. Wow. Also, low on the horizon is Mercury and Saturn. Very, very neat. Very neat. I'll look at some other things with these binoculars when it gets a little darker, but I wanted to catch Mercury before it set. Very cool. I'll be able to see all 7 planets tonight. In fact, I don't think I'll be able to see Neptune and Uranus with 8x42 binoculars, but I'm going to look at them with a telescope. Okay, there's Jupiter. I can see 3 of Jupiter's moons. Pretty cool. And M42, the Great Orion Nebula. Pretty cool. I think that the 10x42 binoculars with their extra 2 millimeters of magnification would have made them a little more suitable for stargazing, but the 8x42 would still make a great choice for stargazing because you don't need a tripod to use small binoculars like these for stargazing, and they can be handheld without exhibiting too much handshake or causing arm fatigue while pointed at the sky. The binoculars also have an excellent close focus of 6.6 feet or 200 centimeters for looking in detail at butterflies and flowers and things like that. They weigh just 26.9 ounces or 763 grams, which is not much for a premium pair of roof prism 8x42 binoculars. I took a pair of Nikon Monarch 8x42 binoculars along with me on one day of testing, and I felt that the Oberwerk binoculars outperformed the Nikon Monarchs in image quality and overall performance, at least the model of Nikons that I own. Currently, the Oberwerk Sport ED 8x42 binoculars are going for $369.95 US. If you're looking for excellent image quality at a relatively low price, the Oberwerk Sport ED is an impressive option. These compact binoculars have bright and very crisp images, and the colors are true, and there was good contrast. Even against the glare of a gray sky, I was impressed with the gradation of grays and tans that I saw in a Clark's nutcracker on a Douglas fir tree. And similarly, the group of common redpoll birds that gathered in a backlit gooseberry bush showed their bright red heads and their warm red bellies well against a wintry glare. And the Oberwerk binoculars even brought out the matching brown tones of the dying seed heads on the bush. Image sharpness held up well also at long distances. Watching a moose on the far side of a snowy meadow more than 1,200 feet away revealed the moose well even amongst the brown bramble that it was in. And looking high in the sky at a speck of an immature eagle circling above, the brown and white modeling of the body and the wings came through clearly. The binoculars have a solid, sturdy feel, and the olive green armor coating felt good to my hands and is enlivened by this crimson metal focus wheel and metal diopter ring, which both have rugged ridges on them for grip. The focus wheel moves smoothly and precisely. These Oberwerk binoculars have very impressive optics for a very reasonable price. I give these binoculars 5 stars. They're well worth the price. They offer excellent color and a crisp, bright image. They worked well in low lighting. They're great for birders, wildlife watchers, and stargazers alike. I highly recommend these Oberwerk 8x42 binoculars. That's it for now. Sula signing